What are some adaptations of Jane Eyre? If you're curious about the various adaptations of Charlotte Bronte's classic novel, Jane Eyre, you're in for a treat. Let's explore some of the notable versions that have brought this timeless story to life. One of the earliest adaptations is the 1910 silent film, which was produced less than 70 years after the novel's debut. This film, starring Irma Taylor and Frank Hall Crane, is considered the first English-language version of Jane Eyre on screen. Although it is now presumed lost, it was highly popular and helped save the Thanhouser Film Corporation. Moving forward, the 1934 version was the first talkie adaptation. Starring Virginia Bruce as Jane and Colin Clive as Rochester, this film took significant creative liberties, making Jane more beautiful and talented, and Rochester kinder and more paternal. This adaptation omitted key scenes like Jane's visit to her dying and her time at Moor House, making it more of a fairy tale than the original novel. In 1949, a made-for-television version aired on CBS as part of the Studio One series. This adaptation, starring Mary Sinclair and Charlton Heston, was limited by time constraints and filmed on a single set. It skipped major plot points like Jane's time at Gateshead and Moor House but still managed to capture the essence of Rochester and his wife, Bertha. The 1957 adaptation, part of NBC's matinee theater, also had its unique take. Starring Joan Elin and Patrick Macnee, this version focused mainly on the events at Thornfield, leaving out other crucial plot points. Here, Rochester was portrayed as a creepy alcoholic, and Jane was depicted as less plain than in the novel. For those who prefer a more faithful adaptation, the 1973 version directed by Joan Craft is noteworthy. Starring Sorcha Cusick and Michael Jaston, this adaptation stayed true to the original novel, with no additions or subtractions. It is often praised for its accurate portrayal of the characters and their chemistry. The 1983 adaptation, starring Zella Clark and Timothy Dalton, is another highly faithful version. Spanning 11 episodes, it detailed every chapter of the novel, making it a favorite among fans who want to see the book translated to the screen. In more recent times, the 2011 film directed by Cary Joji Fukunaga, starring Mia Wasikowska and Michael Fassbender, took a different approach. Using flashbacks to tell Jane's story, this adaptation emphasized the Gothic elements of the novel, which other films often overlooked. There are also international adaptations, such as the 1952 Hindi film Sangdal, starring Madhubala and Dilip Kumar. This film took some liberties with the source material but stayed true to the core of the story and was a huge success in India. Lastly, for a bit of humor, there's the 1980 parody Jane Eyre by the Second City comedy troupe, which pokes fun at the numerous BBC adaptations of classic novels. Each of these adaptations offers a unique perspective on Bronte's timeless tale, making Jane Eyre a story that continues to captivate audiences in various forms.